down as special grand jury investigation. Grave robbing in Texas is this hour's top news story. An informant led officers of the Muerto County Sheriff's Department to a cemetery just outside the small rural Texas community of Newt early this morning. Officers there discovered what appeared to be a grisly work of art, the remains of a badly decomposed body wired to a large monument. A second body was found in a ditch near the perimeter of the cemetery. Subsequent investigation has revealed at least a dozen empty crypts, and it's feared more will turn up as the probe continues. Deputies report that in some instances, only parts of a corpse had been removed. The head, or in some cases, the extremities removed, the remainder of the corpse left intact. Evidence indicates the robberies have occurred over a period of time. Sheriff Jesus Maldonado refused to give details in the ghoulish case and said only that...
Hey guys, Jobis34 back again. Just wanted to do a quick review on this guy. Just literally got this in, opened them up, and I'm doing a quick showcase here. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface from '74, obviously. Brand spanking new. Just got this delivered by BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store. Shout out to them. And I actually have a second one of these coming. They have this version, which is the standard version, that comes with the metal base, which is really cool. I'll get into that in a minute. And then there's a like a bloodier special edition, limited deluxe edition coming that where he's a little bit more bloodied up. And that one was kind of limited, and I don't remember by heart offhand if there's something different about him other than that. But when that one comes in, I'll review that one too, and then I will get into specifics. Maybe do a comparison. I'll have them both side by side. Now, the one thing I love about this is 1/6 scale. So technically, even though this is more of a statuesque type figure, it does have some parts to it, some realism to it. The chainsaw is fantastic. It's coming off yellow in my video, obviously, but in reality, it is that greenish color, and I guess that's how, I guess that's why it looks yellow even in the film sometimes, because with the different coloring and such, it definitely looks more yellow right now as you're seeing it. But in reality, it's with the light shining on it, it actually is like a greenish color. I'm going to pause them and take them off this turntable for a second so you can get maybe more natural lighting look to it. So here it is a little bit away from the light, and as you can see up close, it still has a yellowish tint, but in reality, when you look at it in person, it does have that slight neon greenish tint to it that everybody craves for their Texas Chainsaw Massacre chainsaws. And it's a really nice chainsaw. In actuality, if you had one of these and you wanted to take this off of him, which you have the ability to, and I'll show you how you switch out the string, so that he has two methods. He has two ways of being able to hold this and display it. And as you can see, this one hand here, both these arms come out of the socket when needed. Okay, so you can maneuver and switch around the pose. This arm doesn't bend. This arm, however, with the bracelet, bends, okay, and has articulation to it. See, and you hear the snapping. So for the pull string pose that you just saw him in, you just saw him in that I was displaying. I had the arm posed straight down like that. For the other pose where he's holding the chainsaw, you can put the arm up, and what I'll do is I'll show you in a minute how the difference is. Then you pull this compartment right here comes out like so, and then you fold up the string in here. So, and this is also where you pull the string out of. So this holds the string when you're not using the string, or if you want it pulled out. So you saw the holding string pose, and I think right now that's kind of the way I want to keep them. But then when I get the second one, if I decide to keep both of them, then maybe I'll have, each one posed in different ways. One where he's pulling the string and one where he's just holding the chainsaw. So I'm going to pause the video again for a second. I'll come back showing you the other pose. But in the meantime, just wanted to show this really cool base. So this base is basically magnetic, as you could see. Now he could stand perfectly fine on his own. Although maybe not on this table. He was standing okay on a flatter surface, so maybe this is needed. But if you notice, just one touch to the base, he magnetized to it. So now, even like that, he'll stay. Okay, even just with that little bit on that base. So the base, let me get this off. So the base again is a nice base. Shows a picture of him. Has a whole. I think it's the intro that they do in the movie when they read in the beginning. About the whole story of Leatherface. And then the back here is the logo, okay? the information on the original film, made in China. The box is right here, which I'll show. This is the box that he came in, windowed box, okay, with some artwork in the back, which is really nice. And there's the ARTFX, and I always mess up the pronunciation, but I think this is called Kotobukiya. Kotobukiya, I believe, is how I've heard people say it. I mean, I've heard a lot of people botch that name too, but ARTFX and Kotobukiya, or Kotobukiya, I don't know. But anyway, that's the brand, and you know, they make a lot of cool stuff when it comes to some of these statues and Star Wars statues and so on and so forth. So they do well. But again, they're not really so much in the 1/6 figure world as we so like and love. Look at the back here too, which is really cool. It's a display of him coming through the, look at that, the cracked door. That's really awesome. Really awesome. So that makes a cool diorama right there. You can see his imaging coming through the cracked door right there. Really nice. So the box itself serves a purpose. And I believe I'd have to look in there to see, but obviously the scenery is in between. You know, you probably could take this out and maybe just use the image in its own right, but inside like that, it looks kind of cool. So that's awesome. So really nice touch on the box. So this company did a really good job. So I'm really impressed with this for what it is. I mean, it's more, you know, like I said, it's more like in the statue department, you know, high end, like it's like hard vinyl kind of thing. The apron has some give, but it's not, you know, material. It's not cloth, but it really looks nice. The tie, same deal. It's kind of like a hard, you know, like a soft vinyl kind of thing. Same thing with the brace and so on. But the details, look at the skin texture on the arm and everything else. I mean, it really does look very, very nice. There's the face up close. Really nice details on the mask. One of the best, for a commercially released Leatherface, this is one of the best sculpts I've seen, honestly. Really captures it really nicely. So I'm very happy with this. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with the details. Look at the strings coming off the mask. So they have the strings there. So there's a lot of nice details on this. And the hair looks nice. The hair looks, even though it's sculpted, it's kind of done in a way that, you know, if you look at it at the right angle, it kind of looks like real hair. So really, really well done. Kudos to this release. Pants, shirt, everything really looks nice. It's got some weight to it. And again, the minute you put it on there, magnetized. And now he doesn't move. So that's awesome. So let me put him back in the original pose that he came out of the box with so you could see that. Oh, and also the head does have articulation. You can have him looking straight down like that, or you can have him kind of looking more up. He doesn't go any higher than this, but if you tilt him, you can kind of get up higher like that and do like a side pose like that. All right, I'll be right back for a final look with him on the turntable again with the other pose. All right, so finally here he is in the pose that pretty much came out of the box. So I have him on the turntable again, and as you can clearly see, he is rotating, but as you can see now, he's not pulling the string. He's basically in the typical I'm holding the chainsaw pose. So those are the two different options that you get with this figure, which is really, really cool. And I got to say, like I said, I'm tickled pink with this. This is a fantastic buy. And it wasn't that expensive. I mean, it's expensive in this world. You know, they're pretty, you know, that company, ARTFX and Kotobukiya, if I'm saying it right, they make some high-end price stuff sometimes. But at least with this, it's solid. It's 1/6 scale. It's very, so it will fit in with other horror figures, even if they're more of our traditional 1/6 figures with clothing and such. It blends in. It's a really great interpretation with details. It's got more than one pose with taking the arms off and doing the string pulling or the chainsaw holding pose. The head has articulation, and it really, really, really is very, very nice. Adjusting the lighting here so we can get the best lighting as possible. Head articulation, strings coming out of the mask. I mean, the details are all there. It's really nice. So I would say, guys, for you horror fans out there, or, you know, Leatherface fans, or even for the 1/6 fans, this is a must-have, you know? Really. Put this next to the newest 1/6 Sideshow Pretty Woman Leatherface figure, and you got quite a nice scenery there. You got a nice representation of 74. So look at that. Let's do one more turn around there so you can get the details. Look at the hair, the dirt, and the weathering on the shirt. And the special edition that's going to be coming, I think, is even going to be more weathered and bloodied up on the mask and so on in the outfit. So that should be interesting how that compares to this. But this is amazing. Really, job well done. I mean, you know, it's still what it is. You know, it's a statue for the most part with some articulation, some, you know, bonuses. But the paintwork, the detail. Look at the arm. You can see again the skin texture, the hair. You can make out hair on the arms. It's really nice. I highly recommend this. If you haven't gotten this, I don't know if the special edition is going to blow this one away, but the exclusive. But if you can at least get your hands on this one, I think, you know, that's, you know, a good deal in its own right. So very nice. Look at that. Look at the texture in the shirt. Getting really close there. Look at the arms. Amazing. So look at that. Look at the detail on the mask, the hair. Like I said, you know, is it plasticky? Yes, to a point it is. And of course, this clarity and zoomed in like this. But look at the eyes and the teeth and everything you can kind of make out within the mask. This is unbelievably good as far as as far as I'm concerned. This does the job quite well. So anyway, when I get the other one, I'll do a part 2. We'll do a comparison and we'll have the two together, and then we'll get the final word on which one is better. Are they both worth it the same? Is one worth it better than the other? Sometimes the exclusives, like, you know, when what was it, Mezco that did the bloody pinhead statue, like the other one. I didn't like the bloody one as much. And then there's the Trick or Treat bloodier Michael Myers, 78 Myers, which I don't really see the point. I think the regular one would be fine and better. So, you know, this one coming, will it be worth it? I don't know. We'll see which one is better when they're side by side. That one is coming out, I guess, a little later. This one was ready to ship. The other one is still on pre-order. I'm waiting from BPTS, so we'll see what happens once it's released and how much longer I have to wait for that one versus getting this one. In the meantime, guys, till next time, peace out.